So because of my affiliate marketing income, I get a lot of questions around affiliate marketing, and I thought it was a good idea just to make a video breaking this down and going through the tips and tricks that I think could really help you make more money with affiliate marketing, and how to get started if you haven't already, as well as just going through what I use and the platforms that I'm signed up to help with affiliate marketing. I have a feeling this might be a long-ish video, so I'm just going to jump straight in. But the one thing I want to say is that whilst affiliate marketing is passive income in a way, and it can end up being built up to a really huge way of making a lot of money while you sleep, you do need to put some work in up front. And obviously the more you sort of continue to do work, the more money and the more opportunities you will get to make money. Okay, I'm not sure if that made sense. Basically, if you think about a YouTube channel as an example, if we think about that being a platform for affiliate marketing, so if we forget the AdSense, etc., and the requirements of the rolling 12-month period, if within your YouTube description you have affiliate links, those videos are going to be up there forever. So you will always have those opportunities to make passive income. However, if you continue to make videos, then obviously you've got new chances of new people coming in and more chances to make that income. So hopefully that makes sense. The beauty of affiliate marketing is that there's no cap to it. You know, the time you put in will always be the same, and then you can make unlimited amounts of money with it. It just depends on how many people sign up, how many people view your content, etc. It's also a great way for smaller creators who maybe aren't monetized on YouTube or aren't monetized on their blogs in terms of things like ads, etc., to make extra money, because you can do affiliate marketing whenever. It doesn't matter how big or small your audience is. I started making money from affiliate income way before I started being monetized on the channel in terms of ads. And I also know people who just use places like Twitter, for example, and still make some affiliate income. So if it's something you're interested in and you just want a few extra tips, then keep watching. So the first thing to mention is what actually is affiliate income, just in case you're not actually sure. So affiliate income essentially is just where you have a link to a product that you're recommending, product or a service really, and if someone buys the product or signs up to the service, you get a kickback from the company, and it could be anything from a percentage to a flat rate. So there are schemes where you might make 50 pence or 50 cents per conversion. There are ones where you can make a lot more. However, it all adds up. Like I said earlier, the more content you have, the more likely it is that you will get people signing up. So I am going to put timestamps on here just in case there are things you're more interested in than others, but I'm going to go through getting started first, and then at the end some tips and tricks and the schemes that I use. So in terms of getting started, the first thing that you need to do is figure out what platform you're going to use as your base. Obviously, if you're a content creator generally and you have all sorts of platforms, you can use all of them. But if you are just getting started and you don't have that platform yet, figuring out whether you're going to have a YouTube channel, an Instagram account, a blog, a website, or even just a Twitter account. Like I mentioned before, I literally know people who just use Twitter and just interact with loads of people, and then they post affiliate links on Twitter and they make money like that. So Twitter is such minimal effort. All you do is post tweets. You can do that whilst walking to the bus, and it's not as labor intensive as something like YouTube or Instagram or a blog. So you could use that, especially if you have some sort of authority in a specific niche. I actually knew someone who had a Facebook page, you know, like the pages that you just like and then you see their updates. They literally ran a page that they made about deals and discounts, and they built that page up to tens of thousands of I don't know what to call them, followers, subscribers, because I don't actually know how it works on Facebook. But they ended up making thousands and thousands of pounds a month just from posting affiliate links on this Facebook page. And if you think about how many pages there are, which are pages around, I don't know, for example, fitness, you get all these pages which use other people's photos with credit. Don't ever steal photos because that's just not cool. But they may repost other people's images for inspiration, or memes or quotes or anything like that. And they build up these huge audiences. And I often see them posting stories and things with links. How much do you want to bet that they're affiliate links? So the second thing you'll want to do when you're getting started with affiliate marketing is establish yourself. So obviously if you're a new page with 10 followers, perhaps the affiliate marketing won't really be very lucrative. But as you establish yourself as an authority, and you know, if you have qualifications, if you have experience in the field, that all helps. Put it out there, whether it's an Instagram bio or your blog about me. Make sure you put all your relevant credibility on there, or just build the content. You know, when people start to trust you and what you're saying, you will naturally be able to work with these sort of affiliate links. But the important thing there is not to lose your audience's trust. Don't ruin the credibility that you build up by just spamming with affiliates all the time, first of all. And second of all, don't just post things because you're an affiliate. So we'll come on to that in a bit more detail in the tips section. So yeah, just establish yourself as the authority, or just sort of explaining to people why they should care about what you have to say. The third thing is to actually sign up to affiliate schemes, and there are two ways of doing that, and I use both. The first is affiliate platforms. So with affiliate platforms, I think of them as sort of like a marketplace for affiliates, where the platform brings on brands who want to find affiliates, and then the affiliates go on there and sort of browse the products, the services, the brands that are looking for affiliates, and then they can apply to be an affiliate of that program and get their link. The second way is a direct one-to-one scheme from the brand. So certain brands will just have their own schemes. So for example, for me, if you think about something like Free Trade, for example, Free Trade have a scheme that anyone can use and sign up to. I mean, you don't even need to sign up to it. You just, if you're a customer, you have it. But essentially you just have the referral link, and if someone uses it, you both get a free share. So in a way, that is a affiliate scheme. Once you've built up these links and you know what you want to promote and use, then the next thing is to actually just start promoting it. Build new content and work in your links. Like I said before, don't spam. You want it to be natural. So for example, when I do my free trade portfolio updates, it's a natural thing to build in my links. And what I mean by that is, in the video I will say, if you like the look of this app, I've got a link down below and you can get a free share when you sign up. Generally, I have most of my links in my descriptions, but the key is to point out the links to people when you are talking about the relevant stuff, and then just watch the money rolling in. Okay, so now for the general tips and tricks. The most important thing, and if you just take one thing away from this video, let it be this: your audience's trust is the most important thing. The most important thing. Do not compromise your integrity just for a few extra pounds. You don't want to be promoting everything and anything, because yes, you might sell a few of this and a few of that, but over time, people will lose trust in you, and they will start to see that you're promoting things just for the sake of promoting them, and they'll start using stuff that you promote and realizing actually it's not great. And you know, that might happen naturally generally with products you're recommending, because not everything is everyone's cup of tea. So I promote certain platforms that other people are really not fans of, but that doesn't mean they're not good platforms. You know, the way I see it is like with chocolates. There are so many different chocolates. I don't like dark chocolate, other people don't like milk chocolates. It doesn't mean one or the other is bad. I mean, obviously dark chocolate's healthier, but that's not the point. The point is that all of these platforms wouldn't exist if one of them was completely and utterly superior and the others had no customers or nothing to offer customers. So the point there is, yes, some people may not like certain things that you promote, but what you want to avoid is everyone hating everything or people just getting overwhelmed with affiliate links from you. I get approached by companies on pretty much almost a daily basis, but if not daily, at least a couple times a week. I actually say no to the majority of platforms and companies that approach me because there are enough things now, firstly, that I promote. And that's not to say that if something came along that I really liked, that I wouldn't be up for it, but I've already got to a point where I use all the brands that I promote, and I'm happy to try out new brands and see what they're like, etc. But I'm not just going to accept affiliates for the sake of it. A good idea is to try out the products or services before actually partnering with them. So again, there's been brands that I've been approached with and I've said initially, yeah, you know what, this sounds great, but I don't actually promote anything until I've used it. So give me a few weeks, I'll use the product, see if I like it. And there's been times where I've actually just had to be like, actually, I'm not a great fan and I don't want to promote this. So have that integrity. The second tip I have is just to think of brands that you really, really like and use. And if you look and they don't have an affiliate scheme, ask them. There is nothing to lose by emailing a brand and just saying, hey, like, I have this platform and I really, really like what you do. Is there any sort of affiliate scheme that you have? And yeah, some of them won't have one, but some of them might. And I actually did this with one of the brands I work with. I approached them and I said, hey, I actually really like what you do and I'd love to work with you. Do you have some sort of scheme? And they did. So without that, me approaching them, I wouldn't have had that ability to make affiliate income from them. Now, the third tip I have is to use your links to maybe help people's queries. So bear with me on this one, but with things like Facebook groups or forums or anything like that, you might find people asking questions that you're able to answer. And if you can weave in your link, that's great. Obviously make sure that you're actually allowed to post links, because especially if you don't own the Facebook group, your comment might get deleted, you might get banned from the group, etc. So certain groups won't allow this, but certain groups will. And this is a weird example from me personally, but it's one that I did recently. And whilst it's not quite money I made, I saved a lot of money from it. So someone basically posted asking in our local area group, asking about massage places. And I actually use an app where I get massage people to come to my house and I don't have to go to any spas. I can see the reviews of the therapists, etc. And they have a referral thing where if you refer someone, you get 20% off your next treatment. So I basically said, hey, don't know any sort of good local massage places, but I use this service and I love it. And I posted my link and they used it and I got 20% off my next massage, which was amazing because I try to get massages regularly, so it saved me money. The next tip I have is if you don't want your face on there, and I get this a lot from people like, I don't want my face on my channel, I'm not good on camera, etc. There are plenty of faceless channels, so you can use B-roll to make videos, so you don't need to sit in front of a camera. I follow so many accounts where it's literally just B-roll footage and a voiceover. Honestly, anyone can do that. You've got channels that use whiteboard sort of services, you know, the drawing ones. Those are also really, really popular. And, you know, with things like Instagram pages, remember what I said before about the inspirational pages and, you know, things like that where you can just create content without your face on it and still get a good audience. Now, I love this next one and I don't use it enough myself, but I know people who do and who make a lot of money from this. And that is to use Pinterest. Now, Pinterest is actually a really big search engine that a lot of people use for inspiration. And I use it a lot for my house searching stuff, but obviously other people use it for things like recipes or budgeting tips and things like that. So what you could do is create pins for Pinterest and then post them with a link to a landing page that then has your affiliate links on the topic. So, you know, I talk about finance, so this is what I'm used to, but you can apply this to any topic. But I could make a pinned post on Pinterest that said something like top budgeting tips or something, and then link it to a page that has some budgeting tips and then links to my budgeting spreadsheet. I know that's not quite an affiliate in itself because that's my own digital product, but this applies with affiliates as well. So if you are in the fitness scheme, you could say how to do something fitnessy and then link it to your landing page, which has a link to your affiliates. The great thing is for Pinterest, you can use a free service like Canva, where you can actually use pre-made templates. So it's super, super easy to create these pins, and you'd be surprised how much traffic you are able to get. Some pins will do well, some pins won't, but again, it's just an easy way to get your affiliates out there. My next tip is to actually mention your links where relevant. So for example, whilst I have a list of most of my links in my description, I will sometimes say, I have a link for this down below. So like I said before with free trade, if I'm doing a portfolio update, I will mention there's a link down below. If I'm talking about my budgeting spreadsheets that I sell, I can say, you know, link to buy this budgeting spreadsheet that I'm using is in the description below. And you will be surprised how much of a difference that actually makes, because my links are in my descriptions all the time. Nothing really changes. The links are usually the same, and I see a noticeable difference in signups after I mention something in a video. So for example, one time I mentioned my budgeting spreadsheet in a video. I think I had like 5 people buy it within the next couple of days. And yes, I have people buying it throughout the month, but that was an unusual spike for me. And the only thing that made sense was the fact that I mentioned it. The next tip is sort of 2-in-1, and it's don't just post affiliate content because no one wants to see that. People are actually interested in real content that you're creating. And then secondly, don't just recommend products you're an affiliate of. So recommend genuine helpful things, and if you happen to be an affiliate, great. But also if you're not, it doesn't matter. People will value your opinion more if you're able to recommend things, not just because you're making money off them. The next tip I have is to create a mailing list. So I know that a lot of people overuse this, and I've always said that I wouldn't. So I have a mailing list, but I rarely use it because I hate when people just keep sending me newsletters where it's clear that all they're trying to do is use this to push affiliate schemes, and I don't want to be that person. So I will send them out periodically when I have something to say, and yes, I will try to weave in some affiliates in there, but that's not my primary sort of thing. However, I know that a lot of people do send out, you know, a newsletter every week, etc., and have a lot of affiliate links, so that mailing list will be priceless. The last tip I have here is to use a service such as Linktree and put all of your most relevant links on there, and then just have that link tree in all your profiles. So even if it's your personal Facebook page or your personal Instagram, whatever it is, obviously if you're happy to do it, but it's a great tip because you never know who's going to click on it. Okay, so in terms of the affiliates that I use, the main place that I find my affiliate schemes is a platform called Finance Ads. So I will link them down below. And essentially that's like a marketplace for finance affiliates. So, you know, things like the trading platforms and banking companies and all things finance, you will be able to find on there and then apply to join the affiliate schemes. The great thing there as well, using a platform like that, is whereas with my individual ones, there might be minimum payouts, and it might take a while with those individual ones to reach those payouts. So if I think about Amazon affiliates, for example, oh my God, it takes ages to get a payout because I personally don't make much from Amazon affiliates. Obviously there are people, you know, on places like TikTok who make weird Amazon review videos that go viral, so they make loads from that, but I personally don't. So, you know, if I make £1 here, £3 there, it takes a while to reach that threshold. Whereas with a platform like Finance Ads, yes, they have their own minimum, but because you can have multiple schemes at once, it all goes into that pot, which means you're likely to reach that minimum a lot quicker. I also use Impact, so I do use this less, but it is another platform, and I know there are tons of other platforms, you know, for non-finance niches. Obviously, I don't know what they are, so I can't recommend them, but you know, if you search affiliate platforms, I think I've heard of one called like Reward Style or something, which is more for like beauty and fashion influencers, etc. Not sure if they're UK or US, but yeah, there's tons of them. And then in terms of brands, you know, the trading platforms that I use all have some sort of affiliate scheme. So places like Free Trade, Trading 212, Stake, eToro, all of those things. Then you've got the crypto platforms. Again, they all have their own schemes. Amazon affiliates, like I mentioned, this is a good one for things like books, etc. The one thing I see is people having all of the books listed separately, etc., and then their lists get really long. I use kit.co, and that basically puts all my recommendations from Amazon in one place and still gives me that affiliate income. And I also use the TubeBuddy affiliate scheme. So whilst it's not something that I talk about in my videos, because my videos are about finance, I do have a lot of people who are content creators who ask me how I do my SEO research, etc. for my videos. And when they ask me, I just send them a link. So I could easily just say, oh, I use TubeBuddy, and they could go and Google it. But because I've applied to join the affiliate scheme, I can just send them a link, and then I get a percentage of the sale. So every time they pay, because it's a paid service, I mean, they do have a free version too, but the paid one is so good. Every time they make a payment, I make a cut of it. Hopefully that was a useful video for those of you wondering about affiliate marketing. If you have any questions, just pop them in the comments down below and I'll do my best to answer them. But yeah, that's it for this video, and I'll see you next time. Bye.